Hello students, we have already started our chapter 4 of Social Studies textbook, National Movements in India. Yesterday we studied about 1857's revolt and then about how our Indians went on boycotting the foreign goods and started the indigenous movement or a Swadeshi movement in India. We also studied about the Muslim League and we realized that it wasn't Muhammad Ali Jinnah or Rahmatullah, but it was Minto who was responsible for partition, or it was Minto who was making the division among the Hindus and the Muslims. Today we are going to study about birth and development of extreme revolutionary movement. Again students, it is important question, therefore please pay attention. The revolutionary activity in India was started by Vasudev Balwant Phadke. Underline that name. Revolutionaries like Damodar Chafekar and Balakrishna Chafekar brothers, Veer Savarkar, Barendranath Ghosh, Khudiram Bose, Praful Chaki, Ram Prasad Bismil, Ashfaqullah Khan, Chandrashekhar Azad, Bhagat Singh, Shivram Rajguru, Sukhdev, Bhutkeshwar Dutt, Roshan Singh, etc. carried on the torch of nationalism. Youth trained in making and using weapons were a constant threat for the English government. Now, the other day you realized when we were studying about many of the youngsters, many people from India are being alerted. They have become awake. And now that they have started the movement of boycotting the foreign things, and they are starting the Swadeshi movement. They have started the indigenous goods. And so, along with that, also there is the development, there is a birth of the extreme revolutionaries. And who are they? They are the names of the revolutionaries like Damodar Chafekar, Balakrishna Chafekar. These two were brothers, whereas Veer Savarkar, Barendranath Ghosh, Khudiram Bose, Praful Chaki, Ramaprasad Bismil, Ashfaqullah Khan, Chandrashekhar Azad, Bhagat Singh, Shivram Rajguru, Sukhdev, Bhutkeshwar Dutt, and Roshan Singh. These are the names of the revolutionaries who are coming forward for what? They have the fervor among themselves. They have already become alert and awake, and now what they want to do? They want to fight for the nationalism. Youth trained in making and using weapons were a constant threat for the English government. Now, the English government is threatened by whom? They are threatened by the Indian youth who are coming forward, who are the revolutionaries, who have decided to get freedom. Now, fierce revolutionary movements began in India and spread in the other countries as well. So, fierce revolutionary movement which has begun in India and spread in the other countries as well. Other countries also are becoming alert about what has been happening in India. The circumstances in its background were the cancellation of the partition of Bengal, the partition of two groups, that is, now the partition, the other day we studied also about the partition of Bengal. Now that was the background were the cancellation. The people were fighting for what? To cancel that partition. And you saw that. How was the partition done? Who were the part of that Bengal? We have seen the other day. And so it was the request to cancel that partition, and so therefore the people were coming together. I suppose student you remember the partition, the present day, that is Bengal, Bihar and Odisha. That was the one province and that was partition, therefore people came together. They were mourning, it was a mourning day for them. And so what is happening? Now the partition of two groups, that is Jahal, that is the radicals. Jahals were known as radicals, and Mawal, which were known as moderates at the Congress conference in Surat 1907 at the terrific opposition to practice of Congress of making only resolutions and requests. Lal, Bal, Pal trio adopted the radical attitude which brought new life in the young Indian activists. The lethargic policies of the Indian National Congress got a solid new turn. So students, now along with those revolutionaries which we saw like Damodar Chafekar, Balakrishna Chafekar, as well as the Savarkar brothers, and so the others, along with them, they were also the trio. And who are this trio? Lal, Bal and Pal. Who is this Lal, Bal and Pal? We'll study about them also now. This trio have adopted what? Radical attitude, which brought new life in the young Indian activists. And the lethargic policies of the Indian National Congress got a solid new turn. Many of them are coming forward. You can see the photos of these people, the revolutionaries and all. You can see Vasudev Balwant Phadke. We also can see Khudiram Bose, Ram Prasad Bismil, Ashfaq Ullah Khan, and Chandrasekhar Azad. Let's come to the next page. We also have on the next page the photos of the other revolutionaries. That is Sardar Bhagat Singh, Shivram Rajguru, Sukhdev Tarpar, and Roshan Singh. Now, along with the Roshan Singh, over here, along with these four, you also can see Bal. Who is this Bal? Bal Gangadhar Tilak. Now, Lokmanya Bal Gangadhar Tilak declared informally that is freedom and is my birthright and I will achieve it anyhow. So what is that he declared? That freedom is my birthright and I will achieve it anyhow. Or what he was saying? Swaraj, he wanted to take Swaraj. Swaraj was his birthright and he wanted to, in anyhow, they were determined to achieve it. This became the maxim for the revolutionary freedom fighters. So that what became the maxim? That Swaraj or freedom is my birthright and I will achieve it anyhow. That was their motto. That became their maxim. At that time, a group of Indian youth undertook activities to seek freedom from foreign rule. Now, to take freedom from foreign rule, these extreme revolutionaries were more than happy to sacrifice their lives for the motherland. They were ready to give their life for the motherland. And which is the motherland, student? It's India, none other than it's our own country. And because of these people, we are enjoying our freedom today. They could give up their lives or take lives in order to attain freedom. And they could go to any extent in order to achieve freedom. Revolutionary activities spread in Maharashtra, Bengal, Punjab, Bihar, Odisha, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madras province, Uttar Pradesh, and central India. So students, see this revolutionary activity is already spreading. And so spreading where? And we also saw already this Chafekar Bandhu and all, Damodar Chafekar and all. Some of them are from Maharashtra, some of them are Punjab. And so students, what happens? The movement is spreading. Many of the youth are getting inspired by this movement. And so, as the revolutionary activity, it has spread in Maharashtra, Bengal, Punjab, Bihar, Odisha, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madras province, Uttar Pradesh, and central India. So many others also are getting already inspired by this. Among these activities were some like, underline that, SmitaD'mello Society, Abhinav Bharat Samaj, Anushilan Samiti, Anjuman-e-Mohalla-ne Watan, Indian Patriots Association, which is later known as Bharat Mata, etc., and thus gave impetus to revolutionary activities. So what happens that this all among these activities, these are the other societies and all what we saw as SmitaD'mello, Abhinav Bharat Samaj, Anushilan Samiti, Anjuman-e-Mohalla-ne Watan, Indian Patriots Association, which is known as Bharat Mata. They also became they also gain a lot of interest for the revolutionary activities. In the first stage, newspapers and magazines like Yugantar, underline that, Yugantar, Navashakti and Vande Mataram, Kesri, Maratha gave constant strength to the activities. So activities were getting the news from which? Either from the newspaper or the magazines. And what are the names of the magazines? Underline the names of the magazines. Yugantar, Navashakti, Vande Mataram, Kesri, Maratha. So these are the newspapers or the magazines. About 34 revolutionaries were prosecuted in the Alipur massacre. So what had happened? Around 34 revolutionaries. What is the meaning of massacre? They were killed. Okay? Several revolutionaries were arrested in Howrah massacre and Dhaka massacre. So some were already killed, some were arrested. But the revolutionary movement did not stop. They were getting more and more fierce. They were getting encouraged and they were fighting for the country. Attempt to kill Lord Hardinge by dropping bomb on Viceroy Minto on November 13, 1999, outside Raipur Darwaja in Ahmedabad can all be given as example of this. So students, what happens? The movement doesn't stop. In fact, it is getting more and more fierce. And what attempt to kill whom? Lord Hardinge. Okay? How? By throwing the bomb or dropping a bomb on Viceroy Minto. You remember the Minto, no? Okay? And so, when was it? On November 13, 1909, outside the Raipur Darwaja in Ahmedabad. That is the example. In the second stage, what is happening, students? In the second stage, that is 1920 to 1942, events like Kakori loot case, Lahore massacre, and dropping of bomb on Central Parliament, that is Delhi, took place. You have already studied about the other revolutionaries engaged in all these activities. So we have already studied about these activities. And now, students, what happens? The fierce revolutionary movement in Gujarat. Already they had started in the revolutionary movement has started in the different parts of the countries. But now in Gujarat, what is happening? Sir Aurobindo Ghosh was the pioneer of the armed revolution in Gujarat. But he remained behind the curtain. He is not on the forefront. He remains behind. He is the pioneer. He is the one who has started this. Now in this moment he has started in Gujarat. His brother Barindra Kumar Ghosh always remained in the forefront. So Aurobindo Ghosh remained at the back. Okay? He was at the backstage, behind the curtain. Whereas his brother Barindra Kumar Ghosh was always in the forefront. And that is when 1902. He arrived in Gujarat and moved towards the southern part. Here, he met Sri Chotubhai and Sri Ambubhai Purani. Underline this. He met Sri Chotubhai and Sri Ambubhai Purani. Very able companions who would be with him. Who were his friends along with the other these two. Now, Sakarai Swami met him on the banks of Narmada. Underline that. This Swami was associated with Queen of Jhansi at the time of the revolt of 1857. Barindra Kumar involved some of the middle class youth from Vadodara, Charotor region, Kheda, that is in Ahmedabad, Mehsana in the revolution. So, though they started the movement in Gujarat, they also involved the people, the youth from Vadodara, then Charotor region from Kheda, Ahmedabad, and Mehsana. These were the places where the many youth started supporting this movement. In this relation, the buggy of Viceroy Minto was bombed outside at Raipur Darwaja in Ahmedabad. So students, whose buggy was burnt or whose buggy was bombed? It was Viceroy Minto. And where was it? It was at the Raipur Darwaja in Ahmedabad. Sri Aurobindo Ghosh described the scheme for revolution in his book named Bhavani Mandir. Underline that Bhavani Mandir. It was also translated into Gujarati and published in journal. Underline that Dakshina. Besides this, booklets with titles like Deshi Vanaspati Dawao, Navana Sabu Banawani Rit, Navana Sabu Banawani Rit, Kasrat, Gulab no Kisso, Kalyada no Sangraha, etc. were published in order to spread thoughts of revolution so that Britishers won't understand. So students, why these local names have been given? Local names have been given so that the Britishers don't understand the meaning of what is that Dakshina or the Deshi Vanaspati Dawao or Nahvano Sabu Banawani Rit. These are the names only the locals will understand. And who are the locals there? The Gujaratis were the locals. So such names were given so that these Britishers would not understand what is being spoken. These booklets contain methods of preparing bombs. And so nothing but the information about preparing the bombs was given. And whose buggy was bombed? Minto's buggy was bombed. Then Ganganath Vidyalaya was established near Chandod, that Karnali, where secret revolutionary activities were carried out. Many Gujarati youth joined these revolutionary activities, against whom stern action was taken by the government. But the fight did not stop, and finally government really realized that suppression would not help to rule over India. So something different can be done. And which government, student? The British government. So many Gujarati youth have joined the revolutionary movement. Also, many other people, as the movement has spread different parts of the country, many other people are also getting ready. Now, this revolutionary movement in foreign countries, the active revolutionary who took part in the revolutionary activities in foreign countries, and so on, we will study in the next class. Okay? I'm going to stop over here.